And let's talk about something super exciting but super unexpected that happened to me, and I have the proof to share that with you guys. In one of my recent videos, I talked about how I personally take chlorophyll to see better results from my body. When I did that video, I noticed there were still a lot of questions about how to take it properly, and also if there's any way to get it naturally from natural sources so you're not relying on a supplement to get your chlorophyll intake. Also, I noticed there's actually a lot of benefits that I have not seen or heard people mention, and I want to take the time to address some of those amazing benefits that are so rarely talked about when taking chlorophyll, and the best sources of where to get chlorophyll naturally. But also I want to talk about some of the amazing benefits that I rarely see people talk about when they talk about chlorophyll, and I think some of those benefits are something that are really worthwhile looking into and studying and kind of experimenting on your own self to see if they are true for you. Now, according to some of the comments on my previous chlorophyll video, it looks like people react in certain ways to chlorophyll, right? But there are certain things that remain true in terms of the detoxifying effect, and I've noticed that there's a mental clarity that people talk about. One of the craziest claims that I heard about chlorophyll, which I just found out about 3 days ago, is that they're saying that chlorophyll applied topically to your skin can be just as good, if not better, than tretinoin, which is incredible considering I literally just posted a video about the things or the ways that you should be concerned about tretinoin use and to find better approaches to using tretinoin, and to find out that chlorophyll can potentially be just as good as tretinoin, which is a synthetic form of vitamin A applied topically. So they're saying that the chlorophyll gel that you can purchase, that you can buy, can be just as good as tretinoin for the pores, the texture, and even preventing signs of aging. They actually did a skin study where they took samples from 4 healthy women, and they studied the way that the skin aged over time, and they found that applying a gel containing chlorophyll actually reduced the signs of photoaging. And the study actually suggests that combining chlorophyll along with the use of tretinoin is a super effective way to prevent signs of aging in skin. Another crazy benefit that I heard and read about is that chlorophyll is a great blood builder. So chemically, chlorophyll is very similar to hemoglobin, and researchers have suggested that wheatgrass, which is naturally very high in chlorophyll, may be helpful in treating hemoglobin deficiency disorders such as anemia. And actually in the 1940s and the 1950s, chlorophyll was studied as a wound healing property, and even as early as 2008, researchers have found that medication that contains chlorophyll has been very effective in healing wounds and actually preventing odor. There's also quite a bit of research that talks about it preventing as well as treating cancer, and even in 2015, researchers found that it helped slow the spread of the cancer cells. Some of the things that I have personally felt was an increase in energy and mental clarity, and as I was reading through the comments on my last chlorophyll video, I noticed that that actually seemed to be a common thing that people noticed, but not a lot of people correlated the mental clarity to the chlorophyll. But after they watched the video, they kind of like, okay, put 2 and 2 together and realized that's actually one of the most amazing benefits chlorophyll provides. And let's talk about something super exciting but super unexpected that happened to me, and I have the proof to share that with you guys, and it's weight loss. Weight loss was something that I never expected to happen from taking chlorophyll. It's not even like an intended benefit, so to speak, but literally I realized this a few days ago when I went into my little weight loss app that's connected to my scale. And mind you, I haven't changed anything in my routine. I haven't changed my diet recently. I have not been exercising like I should have. And let me just show you guys the progression of my weight since April. So I started taking this in April, and funny enough, I started logging my weight that same month just out of curiosity because I got the scale and I started logging my weight in April. So yesterday or a few days ago, I stood on my scale, and it's not a huge loss, but it's 5.4 pounds. But I had a 5.4 pound weight loss with 1.4% body fat since April, and it's not a lot, but it was unintentional and it was something that I did not have to do. So from April 29th to July 18th, I went from 136 to 130.4, and this is not a ton of weight loss by any means, but it was not intentional. And the only thing that I did was take this chlorophyll daily. And like I said, this was like one of the most exciting and unintended weight loss. But I mean, if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, this alone is not going to do it for you. But I thought that was such a unique and interesting benefit and a nice little bonus for me. Now, if you're not keen on taking a supplement, or you're worried about what might be added into the supplement, or you don't like the price tag, what I would recommend, and if you're more interested in getting chlorophyll in naturally, the best possible way that I can recommend is to either juice wheatgrass and spinach, or anything basically that is green, because chlorophyll is what gives those plants that green pigment, right? So anything super green and leafy, kale, spinach, wheatgrass, spirulina, alfalfa. You can also do shakes with spirulina powder if you wanted to. There's so many different ways to get in your chlorophyll intake. Matcha green tea is another really fantastic way, but the best way that I found is either juicing or smoothies, and that's really one of the best ways if you don't want to actually sit down and eat the leaves themselves. That is really the best way to juice or to smoothie those leafy greens, and you are going to be set. And to be honest, it's probably the best possible way that you can get your chlorophyll in. It's going to be fresh, especially if you can get organic or homegrown. That is like the best possible way to get your chlorophyll intake. Some more of your questions that you guys had on chlorophyll. Again, some of the cool benefits I experienced that not many people talk about, I thought were awesome, and I felt like more people should know about them and hopefully experience them on themselves. If you're on a chlorophyll journey, or you get your chlorophyll in with your juices or smoothies, let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to hear how you get your chlorophyll intake and kind of the results that you've been seeing if you've been on it for a little while. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be sure to subscribe, to like, and I'll see you guys in my next one.